Today we're going to start by diving into the wireframe editor for wall size cabinets. So we're going to start by grabbing a layout, dragging it by left clicking and dropping in the screen. Once we have a basic layout here, we'll go to our kitchen cabinets. Let's expand the wall section and drop in a 12-inch deep wall cabinet, 42 inches high. We're going to drop in a basic W9, which stands for wall 9-inch cabinet, 42 high, left side hinge. Once we have this cabinet in here, you can see it's highlighted in red. You'll see in the rendering at the top right, you can see a preview there. You can drag it around to relocate it, as well as use the positioning here to locate it within that wall. You also see we have an attribute screen here with some basic properties, allowing you to adjust the width, depth, and height, as well as the open cabinet wireframe editor. So we're going to go ahead and open that cabinet wireframe editor. What we're going to do today is we're going to change this W9 into a W24 and add some doors and change up the shelves a little bit. So if we were to go in here, we can change the skew over so it's not representing a 9-inch, or you're representing a 24-inch. So let's change this width over to 24 and hit return or enter, and that's going to apply that as a 24-inch wall cabinet. We're going to go ahead and split this in half, create two openings, and adjust these shelves now. So if we go to our front sections, you can highlight the door opening here, and we can go ahead and remove it. And you can do this two different ways. So the first way is we can click on this opening here. We can add a vertical, and then click each opening to assign what type it's going to be. So if we click this first opening, we can select wall style door, and then make sure the hinge is representing the right side. So this is going to be the left side, and this one is going to be a right side hinge. So now if we go back into our wireframe, you can see that that is now split into two doors. We can do the same thing here. Let's go ahead and delete those again. I'm going to do the same thing by clicking on this opening and add a pair of doors. So back to our wireframe, you can see that it did the same thing, but these hinge locations are not correct. So let's go back to our front sections here and switch this over to a wall style door. And then make sure those hinges are correct, and you end up with the same result. So now if we want to adjust the interior elements, we're going to need to go to the inside sections here, or you can work from the left side drop-down menu and select each simple shelf and adjust it there. So let's start by going to inside sections here. Let's select that top shelf. Let's just start by removing everything in here. And let's say we wanted to have two shelves on the inside, adjustable, and maybe a rollout tray in the bottom. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add multiple horizontals. We're going to create 3 openings. And we're going to select the shelf on the top here and select adjustable, and then select the one on the bottom here and add maybe a rollout tray. So we go back to our wireframe. You can see now that we have that rollout tray and the adjustable shelf. If you open the doors here, you can see that that opens up. So now maybe we want to change that inside rollout tray to, instead of being 6 inches from the back and 1 inch from the front, we want it to go all the way to the front frame. So let's highlight this 6 inches here and change that to 0 and hit enter and return. Now if we go back to our wireframe, you can see that that box is extended. To close those doors, you can see it bumps up to that top frame. And you can do the same exact thing with the top adjustable shelf. If you didn't want that to be 6 inches and maybe you wanted that to be 2 inches recessed from the front of the frame, you can go back to our wireframe and see those changes in there.